What's up? What's up? All right, back to what I was saying. As of right now, IWM with that empty space. So all we can really do, if you're planning on a swing or looking to the upside, we've got the 250, 260, right? 4 hour time frame. The candle close is closer to that 251.87. As of right now, right, we have accomplished this close range right here. Again, not cost basis for me. Not a it might be, we might be able to call it a box, but we do know that inside of it, and this is what we're aiming for right now as we speak, is we've got that empty space right up there into that basically 250. Um, so that's what we're looking for price to retrace. And again, if it does end up settling outside there, we really don't have much of a ceiling. So it would be outside of 251. Now we'll see how that looks as we get to the end of the day. I'm not going to be able to be here for the close, but we'll take a look at that, Carla. But that's what I'm looking at. Good compression. I told you guys we were going to make money on this one, and it looked really good, right? Regardless, today's bounce, dude. The listen, stop fucking around with trading, like day trading. All like if you're gonna day trade, or even if you're just you got like a scratch that you have to itch, and you just buy, dude. IWM is so goddamn cheap and realistic. And I'm obviously we're not doing that every day, but like man, what a great account builder. So pretty cool. But anyway, that being said, I have stayed away from the queues. Get up there, motherfucker. Yeah, I have stayed away from the queues. However, they are green, right? They are closing pretty much up against that wall. So if you're looking for a target to the upside, again, not my thing. 625.26 is obvious. Is obvious. If you want to try to risk it for the biscuit up into the 630s for the gap, it's entirely up to you. It's not the worst setup in the world to do just that. One of the things that we can reflect on what happened today, you came down, you bounced off what you broke, you bounced off what you recovered, you pulled your buyers back up. You're now closing green, at least right now. Again, you're going to have to, it's only 3 o'clock, but it is right here. Maybe we get a run by the end of the day to 625, and that gets buyers juiced up for that 629 target to the upside. Yes, that one does look really good. The more I look at it. All right, so last one is SPY. And again, my preference here was to, if it was to go down, right, that would have been my preference to trade the empty space or retest down. We also talked about the overhead target. Again, 685.90. That's what I got at the moment. The 24-hour time frame, right, same thing. You're closing outside of these three candles consolidated. So as of right now, looks like price is, for the time being, looking to try to potentially test or break that resistance. Now, SPY, again, not much of an overhead here, not much of a resistance beyond what's going on here in the lower time frame on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, where you've got this pretty solid box here. And I think that would make for a pretty suitable price target beyond that high. All right. So obviously IWM is the preference here, again, just price wise. Again, I'm ready. If the downside does happen, those triggers are there. But for now, the price moves up. All right. Couple of things. Got a recap here. Kava. I'm sure you guys might have been able to get away with some profits on this one today as it shot up and out. That was juicy. Nice. I did suspect that there might be some sort of 50% mark that we might get tangled up in. And I think that might have been exactly what we're dealing with. Now, if you look at it from a 4 hour perspective, this is just sellers trying to yank us back down, right? They're closing us right at that same mark. And so we look underneath us and we ask ourselves, what do we need to hold? What have we broken that can be retested, right? And I would say step one is a very obvious 53.50, right? Pull that up just a little bit and then box this out. And so my guess is this is your old cost basis. So we have to hang on, right? Losing 53.50 I think would allow for price to come back down to retest or even fill that gap. As we speak, however, this type of price action and empty space back up is reassuring, letting me know that as long as price and buyers can hang on to the levels that they've achieved today, it's perfectly possible that we continue. If you go to the 5 minute right there at 53.90, I'd like to see it bounce. Uh, with job reports tomorrow, do you think we have a push up off bad news, rate cuts? I'm looking at the chart right now, dude, and then I mean, again, how we rip towards the end of the day or how we move will honestly dictate how I move. If we leave a lot of empty space behind, which you could say we are, that makes my job a lot easier in terms of hedging. If you grab longer expirations, I couldn't be around all day. And if you're a busy person, obviously, adding an extra day or two to these contracts is not a bad idea. So if you're already up and green, grabbing a small little hedge is all good. So if job reports ends up being that drastic, we have a signal, and we're pretty far away from that downside signal. So it'd be 247.60 on the IWM, but yeah, we'll see what we get as we get closer to the end of the day. All right, let's see here, bro. IWM, what about it? It's trying to go and hit a target right now. It's been a dinosaur. Not even a dinosaur, because nobody knows how fast dinosaurs were, but it's a fucking slowpoke. All right, man. Were you guys able to get away with any of my son's money? Not sure if anyone played that one or if you're too far out of the money, but it did hit 24.40. It's 10 cents off. Yeah, if you have anything you want me to take a look at, go ahead and drop your request now. Again, I got to make this quick, so I'm going to try to get to the point. Path for earnings after close, 24-hour time frame. Does path move? Oh, yeah. 11 to 9. I mean, that was pretty sizable. That was not. That was. So that volatility is seemingly like kind of left recently. You do have pretty good consolidation. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but here's what I see in front of you. I see a box. I see a very perfect floor. You're up against it, so it does show that you're heading in the right direction. You've got a nice channel here moving down like so. And so, I mean, based on past history, it doesn't have one of the things that attracts me into an earnings play is empty space. And when I don't see it, I don't trade it. So that's one of the key elements. But that could be something that you look at a punch back over 1622, so 1750 and $19. Nike to the upside looks good, right? 24-hour candle is closing, had a little pullback retest, gave you an opportunity today to retake it and even retest it at cost basis down below, just to kind of seal the deal. However, it filled up a lot of that empty space, right? That's just how it goes. Yeah, you hit the floor on the money. So from here, right, and this is all I offered. I couldn't really say anything else because again, that was it. So my guess here is that you need, you need a floor recovery here. You've got a then target. Oof. So I really have, I don't even like making it a range like that, but it's $67 that I would be placing as a next price target. And again, when you're in these type of situations, you got to do this shit brick by brick because you don't have a higher time frame signal, you don't have a higher time frame box, so you're using like 69.89 or pop over 60. And so every time you break something, you grab hold of it, you're using that as like almost like a trail stop. So all right, let's see, AVGO earnings next week, 24. It's been known to have, I think, earnings are too. Yeah, that went set off a fucking huge run that didn't really perform well. That didn't really perform well. That went really, really well. What was it like when it went into it? Had a pretty interesting setup. It actually had a punchback going into all-time highs, going into earnings. Do you see the difference? Right? Big rip. Now what do we have here? All right, and that's gonna be it's gonna be me. Yeah, that's too far. We'll focus in here. I don't like that as a box. Maybe hold on. So what happened here? Yeah, you got a floor right here that you slam into, you bounce back up. You got an empty space back down to 348. That's a tough call. I mean, the three off the top, a lot of the times that, just wave wise kind of has me sometimes looking down. But I mean, that's not bad. The weekly shows that you're still very much holding, and that's actually where I think it's the clearest, to be honest with you. Uh, yeah, so you're pulling back, retesting. So, I mean, you even have a gap. So if anything, I would say, maybe a green bar, like right up against that. I really can't say though. It's not like, yeah, I don't see anything popping off the screen as far as a setup is concerned. Tomorrow's, sorry. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Mara's looking really good today. I know Bitcoin, obviously. There you go. There you go, Q's. That ain't into new power shows. Sorry. Touch it. For what? Oh, for got you. That sounds kind of juicy. All right, now Mara. Never be too sure with this fucker. It's empty space, man. And then let's go right on. Let's go look at Bitcoin. I'm gonna get there. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. Ooh. Ooh, my good. All right. So we got that happening. We got empty space for a nasty retest of 106K. Or not 106K, 100K, 100.6K. Jesus Christ. Beautiful floor. I mean, it's super clear. You've got a lower time frame in numbers right now. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is something that you can monitor. This isn't a terrible setup. What you got underneath you? Ooh, you better be careful. So obviously with that type of setup, you can, again, look into the hedge. Got a lot to work through. Suspicious. You can see it. Look at it building right there. That's hot. So underneath that 90.4, that's where we're going down. Now that being said, stop it. Yeah, well, don't meow back. That being said, looking at Mara, you have a 24-hour candle close. I obviously time here. You've got for shorter expirations, you've got a 1290 gap. But I mean, there's no sense in over analyzing it. If anything, be ready. Make a pact. Here, no more, right? Or even here, under 12, under here, 1230, you could even think about cutting it off and re-entering if the setup is there. As of right now, the next resistance I see overhead is 1258, and I think that gets us the gap fill. And then ultimately it's $14 that we're aiming for on the floor. So 14 and 1460. All right. Tesla. So I see channel working out. I don't know what I was drawing over there. Fantasy. Now, I've talked about this before on the 4 hour, right? We had a box over here. So my first instinct is 453.60. That's a higher time frame, higher priority target. On the hourly, so far so good. What are you up against? Again, when you get down here, things get weird. They get really weird. This is what makes trading or like even intraday trading on Tesla such a bastard. Now I predict, I mean, for me, I'm ready. Listen, I'm ready. God, this shit looks fishy. I didn't say that. Don't listen to me. Anyway, that being said, right now, I think your main obstacle is going to be right here. Come here, mother. That's 448.75. Right from there, again, like I've said before, most of your empty space has already been filled, but you would be reusing those price targets. Now, basically, because it is shitty, looks shitty on the higher time frames, you really do need like the 15, where you can identify the floor that needs to hold 444.20. You need that 450.85, and obviously 465.72. So, I mean, right now it's a battle, you know, the battle to try to break back up through this box. And I mean, if we're looking at it from a 24-hour perspective, right? Pretty fucking close, right? And even if you're just saying, well, what about the downtrend? I can't argue that either. So if you're aiming for 466 or break into new highs, maybe that saves the market and Tesla rips us up into new highs. Damn. Did I just have a vision? Tesla has been consolidating for fucking. This is probably one of the longer consolidation periods that I think we've experienced on it. You can always play one of the derivatives if you can't afford it, but I mean, 500, 30 days out, maybe could be tempting. No, not tempting. Very expensive. Yeah, for one, right? You don't even want to know how much money I've been spending this week, man. It's been so fucking damn shame how much Pokemon cards I've bought. I'm over here at trust me, I think we're going past enjoyment into gluttony. Gotta slow down, dude. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. What? It's a new market, dude. You know, I'm not a Pokemon trader. I'm trading options, stocks. There we go. No, I think I'm buying the top. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, they do. A lot some of them have some pretty crazy value. I've pulled like a couple gold cards lately, pulled some 300, $500 card. If I get a PSA 10 on one of them, it's a $1,100 card. But I'm about to listen, I'm taking profit. I'm gonna go to one of these conventions. Y'all can meet me up there. I'm gonna go to Atlanta and I'm gonna sell Pokemon cards to like fucking rich 16-year-old and 18-year-old and 20-year-old kids at this convention, and I'm out. Yeah, yeah. It's their market. I don't belong here. I'm just scalping. Just a scalper. Who? They had their biggest trade in ever. Uh, If you don't mind, dude, I would love to help you. I'll fly out, you know what I mean? You just stay downstairs and me and my boys, me and my home Jorge is gonna be there and we'll just help you clean those out. We'll find them for you and we'll go through them to get rid of anything you don't want. You know what I mean? And then I'll help you trade and then let me get those cards. All right. That's Lulu. Yeah. So I mean, listen, for Lulu, I can't. I'm either gonna lose money or gonna make money, but I'm gonna shoot my shot, dude. I think stretchy pants. I think it's time. Right? The economy gets tighter, so do your pants. That doesn't make any sense, but it felt good in the moment to say. Now that being said, I like the 199.90 area, the $200 area. Now, this has the type of setup that could really, really rip. GameStop has most expensive trade-in ever worth 30K. An old Gengar. Dude, that's my favorite fucking Pokemon, of course. Gengar Gen Mint 1010. Is that back? Damn. Tell them to go to my house and buy them all. Yeah, by the way, if you do have any IWM, I'm trying to trim these contracts off, dude. Every time it ticks in one direction, they get weird. All right. Just give me one bar, dude. One healthy bar. Potter, can you give me a virtual kiss goodnight tonight? If you go to the website, there's a ticket for their a checkout for that. Nothing comes free, my boy. I know, dude. I never was nobody prepared me for this. Maybe, dude. I can neither confirm or deny. I got Hollywood. He said, "Do you remember when I was a free man?" Hey, get my lips get tired, brother. When my lips got to work, does man capitalism. He is, dude. He is. He's good. He's locking in, dude. Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, yeah. Take that. Talk to Stelio, man. Let's get a group chat going. 7105. I can't. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Fuck off. I mean, this. Obviously, we can see the structure here, right? I don't trust it. I don't trust DocuSign, but it's real. It is real. So, I mean, if you have high hopes for this fucker, it's gotta fuck off. $80, 80 doll hairs, $60. I mean, again, when I go into earnings, I'm looking for a big fat juicy move, so I'm playing far outside of the money into empty space. Does it do that? It gets pretty close. I think that it could do that. I think it could get to like 78. And then when is that next week? Let me see. My eyes just lost focus. When is this happening? Tomorrow. Get tomorrow way. Oh, mommy's way. Single the mommy's way. Yo, I want my burger the mommy's way. No mom. No huevos. I think. Yeah, dude, you wouldn't know about it. Oh, you don't even want to know, dude. Some underground shit. No mommy's way. The spread for Oracle was 40. I didn't get it because Oracle get. I mean, do I let spreads stop me? No. Yes, sometimes if the spread is really bad, uh, perhaps. But I mean, the 80s aren't the spread isn't bad on that one. I just not going to go heavy on that. I mean, here's my thing. It recovered the floor. It recovered the floor. Why'd you do that? So even if you go out maybe an extra week, 80-50, dude. Come on, dude. CMG. Yeah, dude. Chipotle is gonna pull back, brother. It's gonna come down, brother. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I feel very strongly. I'd like to be wrong, but yeah, no mommy's way. 3350 to the downside is well, excuse me, 3360, 3340. I think this is trending, right? As of right now, here's what I would do so you don't miss it. 3448. And I mean, you could even get sneaky with it, right? And go down here, move this up to like maybe a wick like that. Bam. Set another alert there. So if it does, it hasn't broken the floor, which is right there. So I'd be curious to see how it's going to do when it gets there. IWM, you are a. I have not compared the two. Does that have earnings or anything? Am I tripping balls? No, we're good. Yeah, man. I mean, that's an empty space play down, right? You basically like, what's that picture in that place where the dude, like one dude's in heaven? I think it's like John the Bet, and they're trying to touch fingers. That's what this reminds me of. That's got to be autism. Anyway, so you curled up, popped up, ran out of juice. So if anything, you're just going to come back down. So 50% of that would be 3250. All right, Gary, you're just guessing. Calm down. Per hour. 32.95, 33. So, I mean, if you want to hedge, if you're long, hedge it out, right? Put a stop loss 34.50 on the hedge, call it a day. Or just get out, I don't know. Fuck. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, man. I'm taking all these positions. You recovered your floor too, man. Don't fight the This just got motion, son. This just got motion. $5,000. Uh, what is that? A 40? Jesus, I forget how fucking little that shit moves. And what is DKNG $9 million? Like it was the last time we tried it. Oh, well, shit, dude. Never. No, it's not. It's not expensive at all. I can't watch it, so I only put like $1,000 on that shit for December 26th. Potter, I have $500 of drawdown left on my eval. Give me a signal on NQ, please. What are you gonna do for me? Huh? What about me? Next time you're talking about me, make sure it's me. Yeah. Come on, dude. Capitalist. Charging for kisses now too. Rose looks good ish. Yeah, you tapped. You fucking tapped. And then you got pulled down. You're mustering. Rose is boiling up, dude. Good. You got a little bit of empty stick. Listen, no brainer stop loss 60/30, right? You have a retest level directly underneath it, but honestly, yeah. So basically, underneath the 59.94 is empty space down there. So we could call that quits. But as of right now, it looks like you're building blocks, right? Bros, it's gonna do shit like this to build empty space, fill it up, bam, bam, fill it back up, dump it. So, any lower time frame jazz? There we go. Look at that, 5 minute box outside of just 6150 here. Brian, Brian, in the last 2 weeks, you've lost 40 bands. My brother in Christ. Damn. Exactly how did you do that? I mean, some people, yes. What happened? You wanna walk me through that one, dude? Let me see here. All right. I gotta go fast. So fast. All right. Core weaving cores. Told yeah. Nice. Hey, that's a good I don't give a fuck type candle, right? Pull yourself down, pull yourself up. Nice candle close. Look for the top. No guarantees, but yeah, no guarantees. But I mean, that's a great way to set yourself up to try to go and get that break. I mean, I think right now, if that's this again, one of the I mean, this shit should be like it's like the Ten Commandments in here. I swear, it's just chiseled in stone, in adamantium. This shit, adamantium. I'm sorry, my tongue will stop working. I would say right now 77.50. Stop loss is so important, right? If you can identify where it breaks down or where it fails, then you can align yourself. IWM, get your ass up yonder. Come on. Got another 50 contracts to sell to some dork. Come here, dork. Hey guys, want to buy a contract? I quit my job because things were going really, really well. I thought I had my grasp. Immediately got wrecked by my own mental stress and bridge trading and gold futures. Good fucking god. That, ouch, brother. Yeah. Mm. You know, I noticed some really toxic traits come out of me when I started futures trading. I'm not even lying to you, man. I felt it. Felt like a felt like that moment when Anakin was like questioning the Jedi, dude. I was like, hold on. It's like a week on and off, but yeah, dude. I'm happy in my little system. You know what I mean? I walk a thin tightrope, so I have to stick to my shit. Mm. All right, sorry, I was eating a fruit roll up, the organic kind, for anybody concerned. No shit. Did we not just who asked me about this yesterday? Come on now. Come on now. Look at it. Oh, it had earnings. That's right. We talked about it. Okay. Look, possible. But you're gonna have to break it. This is where shit gets weird because you immediately have a box there. You have this massive box there. You got this overhead top. Oh my god, look at this. They updated. Yeah, dude. I think we should sue them. I'm not sure where that's at. That shit was bugging though. All right. Gotta hurry up. Hello. QBT. I'm going as fast as I can, guys. A lot of requests coming in right now. Looks great. You don't need me. You don't need me. You got it. 2640 runners possibly into that 28. PLTR. I mean, you're in their database, so it's probably worth investing. That's not even relevant anymore. Oh, I don't really see. It's just like a fucking jungle gym. I mean, there's no denying it. You got a solid setup here. You got to break over 176.60 in my eyes and get over. You got a great target of 181, 182 here. And of course, with the pockets of empty space here and here, that's a candidate to potentially keep going. One of the things that I like to do when the price action gets fucking weird like this, and again, I tell you guys not to try to like look at a box from old, right? And try to use it as a new one. But, right, it's the same thing because this is moving through that box, right? I'm going to use it. That means to me, yeah, 179. Now it's empty space in the most recent price action, which has the most weight. So I'm going to trust, right? I'm not going to, that would even be really a TP or a trim for me. Floor, and then you're dealing with that box. That box's cost basis is that open. That's 183.50. So breaking that, and then at that point you can shit. Hold on, I'm missing one thing. You got a gap at 194.50. So it definitely has the right setup. Just again, good setup, great stop loss. That's your fucking that's your shit. Netflix. What happened today? Yeah, dude, no problem. Oh yeah, they got tallywhacked. They got fucking punched right in the mouth. Because how does Netflix continue innovating? What? You said I leave by 3:45. Oh. All right. I got like 1 minute. I gotta go. Huh? Yeah. Figma. Sigma. Ligma? I can't listen. This is where I want to be seen as smart. I I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like all I'm going to do is anything that you probably are doing, which is finding the next floor, finding the ceiling, calling it a range, needing to that's your first target. That's what you need to break over, right? It's really it's baby blocks. But what is this, you know, low volume as stock? I guess you have to kind of trust your candle closes. So I mean you're above 37.16 floor, pockets of empty space up there. So I mean, that's a weird one though. AI has earnings tonight. Get real, bruh. I'll fucking do it again. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, unless something crazy happens, it does not have a great setup. I mean, if I'm being 100%, the curl up on the weekly is reassuring. I think that could give you a 1750 target. 1750 would be my ultimate target for earnings. If that breaks, for sure. All right. I am really, really sorry. But I gotta skedaddle. Made 10 bands. Oh, Jesus, Matt. I'll maybe hop on when I get back and we'll take a look at the earnings and candle close this up. Yeah, I'll post this when I get back. Sorry guys, I'll see you.